So I have been trying to share an empowered woman's perspective when it comes to those lovely human beings who bring to us true romance. Okay, so we were chit-chatting about the inner children that get welcomed back home in one of our recent episodes. Okay, so on that note, I'm a 5D mystic, enlightenment, functional adult. I get to share with people how to be their self when they want to do emotional lifting and regulation and accountability and the mind. So personal development, self-help. For real, not pretend. And so they don't do, Maria, it's so hard, I don't want to do any of it. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight to the gist of it. If you don't know that there's great therapists out there that you can get out of any of that human suffering bit, you're not on the right place. Please, ciao. So when you meet empowered people, it's this. It's life is too short. I love life, and bring me apathy and I will look at you. I will have compassion. I will directly share with you my thoughts depending on who you are, and then I will leave it alone. And if you try reaching out more times just so that you can use me as a trash can, I'm going to allow you to use that trash can because it's an empty bin and I'm in my prefrontal cortex and I'm not judging you. I'm deciding to know, okay, we got a Cusco in town, a squirrel, an Yzma, whatever it is that your human suffering love narrative is. It's a person who's just going to want some time because they want to share how awful life is, how awful men are, how awful women are, and da-da-da. So that's not romance. We don't end up with any people who are going to do that. You bring me that you think life sucks, and I actually care in the sense of, okay, I know you're being very serious. I'm going to very seriously address it, and then I'm going to leave it alone. I will address it once. That's it. Because the minute you're bringing it to me and you're honing it in, the way that I have heard a number of people do, and there's an answer for it, I've been explained that some people, they don't want to move out of it. And want is a word I use because there's choice points in 2024, okay? So the minute that you choose that you will not find meaning for life in a way that only you can find and regulate your nervous system and then work with the people who are out there wanting to live life is the minute that we know you've chosen fear, you've chosen the cowardice space, you've chosen the emotional lazy space, you've chosen to find the reasons of justifying your suffering, your choice. Nobody's going to make you do anything. Don't tell me it's life that sucks, humans that suck, whatever. It's not any of those suck. No, you're blaming, you're pointing. It's called, I'm not going to take ownership of my conscious thought decision, which is carried on with my emotional decision, which I have a solution for, because there's great therapists in personal development and people who will offer services for free. Okay, so I have all the compassion in the world. I have compassion with knowledge and empowered education. And when you're sharing it with people as they come with their story, this is what I'm saying. So if somebody's completely ignorant of all of what I just said, that's different. You're ignorant. I enlighten you through our conversation. And the minute I enlighten you of there being a way for you to get out of the apathy hellhole that you're in is the minute that you've been given your choice point. I don't need to repeat myself. You're going to choose yourself or you're not. Okay, so that's where it stops right here. And we keep moving forward. People who have catastrophizing thinking, split thinking, black and white thinking, the human being who is unaware of themselves. So if they're unaware, again, they're ignorant. They have not been given a choice point. Today it's 2024. There are plenty of good therapists, including Dr. Daniel Fox and Patrick Teahan. They're on YouTube. You can find all of their content for free. If you're an English speaker, if you're a European speaker of other sorts, I've seen plenty of them out there. So I know that consciously speaking, there's enough information for anyone who's seeking to support their inner child to come forth. Okay, so with that said, a partner, I am not your therapist, you're not my therapist, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, you're not my parent, you're not any of these, and you're not my caregiver in a way of tending to my thoughts or my emotions. That is not what an empowered woman, man, or they might they be, because I'm a whole inner child, safe haven, secure base. You come to enjoy life with me, and I enjoy it with you. And that is as straightforward as it gets. There ain't no roller coaster. Roller coasters are for people who don't know how to handle what's coming up and talk about it and to give themselves options. What are options? Okay, so let's say that I know that every now and then, and I'm a person who has panic attacks. I have, in the years that I have it, know how I'm going to handle it. I don't care what other people have to say. I know how I'm going to handle it. They don't have, they're not a part of the equation. I didn't ask you how to handle me. I'm not asking you to participate. I will tell you and inform you of how I'm going to organize. This is how it works. That's how it works with another person. So empowerment means that I share with you things. You share with me. I accept you. You accept me. We differentiate and link. I'm not making you my ruler. You're not making me your ruler. Nobody's on a pedestal. Nobody's down. That's where people who have unfinished business are on pedestals and down. Okay, so person who's aware of themselves, if they have borderline personality and they're aware, then they know they put people on pedestals and down, and they stop that because they get taught it by good therapists. Narcissists, they get taught about how to handle stuff. Any person with any of those diagnoses who's doing good therapy will know how to handle. Any one of us who's empowered with information, like me, will know how to support a person, our favorite BP person, our favorite narcissist. I won't even use ever those words, but when we create content, sometimes I used one of those, the favorite BPD. That way we can have people who are wanting to build 5D relationships to be here with us. But no, in my day-to-day, I don't dehumanize you. You have a name. Not to mention, you're the one who's going to inform me of if that's something that is what we're going to be working together as people. This is not necessarily romance. If it is romantic, well then, we're going to be talking extensively about how to handle the polyamory person right in front of you. Because if you need reassurance, you're going to tell me how to be reassured, okay? So it's always a conversation. That's an empowered woman. It's not a blame. It's not a shame. It's not a fault. It's not a nowhere near envy, spite, revenge. And when a mystic, I'm a mystic in 5D plane, perceives from her oversoul, and this is all people, these types of energies, because you don't only pick up on your oversoul, you pick up on your twin flames, you pick up on your soulmates, you pick up on all, and then you pick up on the entire lovely globe. And I mean, personally, thank you, Jesus. I have known about human suffering for my life because I was raised with Catholicism, Christianity. And I love Jesus because he's the one who shared exactly what to do. Walk with the people, talk to the people, be with the people, turn the other cheek, don't cast a stone, forgive them, they don't know, and keep believing. So like Pacha shares with Cusco, I will know love always, not just sometimes. Why? Because I get to choose that. It's called My Secure Attachment. Thank you, Stephen Porges. So sciences and spirituality come together. So today I have words that I can explain something that I knew even as a 16-year-old. You have a choice point. I know determined, the book, Robert M. Sapolsky, you still have free will. It's the minute you finish doing whatever maladaptive negative cycle that you did to look at yourself and notice. And then to look at those who walk a walk and talk a talk. You know, to this day when somebody says, oh, those who smile are pretending. Every time I hear that, I think, wow, people think that if I smile, I'm pretending. Should I let them know that they're basically calling me not only a liar, but they're wishing that I'm miserable inside? You know, which one is better? Neither, because really at the end of the day, I'm humored by the fact that they don't even notice that. Therefore, I'm going to know you don't know how to smile. Some people think you can't always be happy. Fulfillment is happiness consistently. One emotion, no, we don't have one emotion. But the point of even equating these things of emotions tells me that you don't know how to be flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized, or stable with your emotional plane. So you're still using only a left mode to organize emotions versus what is left and right, default mode network. And that means I'm having fun with my emotions because I'm flowing with them. Because there is not only one of them. And so happiness is very accessible, even when you have a tummy ache and even when you're sad. When I'm sad, for people who don't tend to their inner child, that doesn't mean I'm not happy. But that's because I work with my right mode and my left. And so I have disparate ideas. They don't contradict each other and they don't cancel each other out because I am an integrated brain. It's called, I'm in my prefrontal cortex with curiosity, openness, acceptance, and love. It's lovely now, thank you, Daniel Siegel. And it's the same thing of Krishna, Leela, Shiva, and Kali. It's spirituality 101 for me, and it's a restorative embodiment. So people who don't know the beauty of emotions is because they haven't worked with their left and right together. We will be with all people, but our partners, for sure, they don't have a hiding inner child, unfinished business. They're not thinking emotions are hard. They're not thinking you cannot be fulfilled and happy. They're not saying we're going to always be, in one state or not. And they're saying you got 24 hours. We're going to live our romance and our tango and have fun together because that's the thing. Life is special because we make it so by our own selves. That's the meaning. It's human secondary consciousness, and all of us have it. Some of us have the inner growth mindset, and so we're expanding consistently. Infinite higher human conscious potential experiences, romance, 5D relationships, the inner child of you and I, being yourself, and more. Come and join us. Safe haven, secure base, so secure attachment relationships with functional adult love language. I hope you have a great day.